What are the ingredients of a successful public space? Vegetation, exposure to the sun, place you can maybe grab a bite to eat, furniture that you can move around, and lots of places you can sit, the inclusion of water, and you need a point of triangulation, which allows everybody to kind of participate in a common experience.
Of Olympic Plaza is going to be one of the largest investments in public space for Calgarians in a generation. It'll breathe new life into the downtown by creating a welcoming, inclusive, safe, and vibrant gathering place that honors its Olympic legacy while also celebrating urban life and embracing the city's future.
The ambition by the client, the Calgary Municipal Land Corporation and Arts Commons, was really that this was to be the premier public space in Calgary, and that's something that the design team has taken to heart.
I mean, if you travel to any great city that everybody wants to visit, that public spaces, like great public spaces, are key to great urban living.
Olympic Plaza is going to have a really active, porous edge. You know, you're going to have the Arts Commons building on the south side, you're going to have Arts Commons, the new Arts Commons expansion, the new Pavilion, a very wonderful sort of what we're calling the beach, the green beach on the north side. And that will give the opportunity for people to create sort of a circle around the edges. And then there's, of course, going to be the fantastic centerpiece that's going to be the focal point at the heart of it.
The central water feature is hopefully going to be a new symbol for Calgary. It's inspired by the 1988 Winter Olympics logo. Is it a snowflake? Is it a Canadian leaf? It's all these things. And we wanted to take that inspiration that was so great in 1988 and keep that alive as the centerpiece, the heart of Olympic Plaza. The color of the centerpiece is intended to make reference to Olympic excellence, right? Gold medals. But at the same time, it's meant to be playful. And so for this reason, if you look very carefully, you'll see about 48 birds that emanate water from their beaks in a way to be great arches of water. But you can imagine coming here on a hot day, cooling down, water coming from above, water down below. It's really a giant sprinkler that everybody can run through as you would in your backyard as a kid. You can do this as a civic exercise. One of the most surprising and exciting discoveries was seeing how the current Olympic Plaza is used in the winter. It was thrilling to see how many people came for the skating program. So for sure, that had to stay.
The Pavilion was conceptualized as an additional year-round gathering place for Calgarians and visitors alike to meet. It's really an indoor extension of the plaza, and its exterior walls are 100% glass, so you can see all of the activity happening inside and out.
What is it about this pavilion, or even the whole plaza, that can only exist in Calgary and not anywhere else? We don't want it to be a barrier. We want it to be a kind of indoor-outdoor, a transition space in the plaza, but it's there to also surprise and delight. I think part of that delight will be the experience of being under that roof. You know, truly, I think the pavilion roof is responsive to Calgary's climate, enhancing the experience of weather and winter.
It's going to have this really dramatic and beautiful swagging roof that will reinforce kind of the concept of theater, like stanchions on a red carpet. That really will be an anchor to make sure this plaza is used all the time.
What we want is for this space to always have a crowd, to always feel activated. The number one thing that people want to do outdoors is watch other people.
There are a number of physical elements within Olympic Plaza that hold symbolic value for people who witnessed one of the medal ceremonies in 1988 with thousands of our neighbors, or got to know and remember certain aspects of the plaza over the last 37 years. These artifacts have been carefully removed and preserved to be integrated into the new plaza in a thoughtful and a meaningful way. Visitors entering the site from 7th Avenue or traveling on the C train will continue to be greeted by those arches containing the Olympic motto and the cauldron sitting atop. Additional symbols evoking stories and memories of the Olympic legacy will be found throughout the plaza. We've engaged a world-class group of landscape architects, and public realm activation specialists, each bringing deep expertise to ensure that the plaza is not just visually striking, but incredibly energetic, functional, inclusive, and flexible.
I can visualize it being full of people. I can sort of run a movie in my head about, depending on the season, how people are moving in and out of the plaza and in and out of the building.
We talk about it being a project for a generation, but it's also kind of a design project of a lifetime for a lot of the designers on this project, because rarely do we get to work on multiple buildings and open spaces all at the same time.
The fact now that Olympic Plaza is part of Arts Commons and at the heart of one of the most important cultural districts in the country gave us a really great opportunity to do what we love to do best, which is integrate art into public space to help create a new culture of use, a new kind of experience that will not only reveal the phenomenal context of downtown, but also provide a landing and a stage for the city to come together and experience their place like they'd never have had a chance to before.